Jai Hind everyone, welcome back to the Patriotic IAS. Let's start our IAS PCSwala Daily Current Affairs. However, before starting and entering into this session, we will see that the major topic that we will discuss, major topic that will be the focus point for our discussion. The most important analysis that we will do a dignified, peaceful passing is everyone's right. Here, we'll discuss the what is the right to die. Does it comes under the right to life, and if it is, how the Supreme Court has interpreted this right to life, right to die as the part of right to life under Article 21. So analysis will be done in a very detailed manner, and we will also write a answer for the mains. We will give a practice question for the mains, and we will discuss the same question tomorrow. The next topic that we will discuss is the Kotak Mahindra Bank controversy, and we have seen that already there has been the many services where the Kotak Mahindra has been barred from the RBI. So we will see that what is the reason, what is the implication, and how it is turning into the controversy and the crisis for the Kotak Mahindra Bank. Next, we will study that how the UK deporting migrants to the Rwanda. So here we will see that what are the provision, how and what is the reaction from the different bodies for this type of the action. So this will be all this thing that we will discuss one by one. Before entering into the discussion, let's solve and analyze few of the questions that we will be provided yesterday and analysis that we will do for the tomorrow. So before that, the first thing that we will discuss is the mains practice question. The mains question of yesterday. Describe the stages involved into the environment impact assessment process for the developmental project. How does each stage contribute to ensuring environmental protection and the public participation? So here you can start with the what is mean by the EIA. Environmental impact assessment. So here you will have bring the definition. After that, you have to bring the stages. The first stage is the screening. Under this screening, we divide the project into the two categories, category A and B, and further there is the division of the category B into the two categories, B1 and B2. After that, we will discuss the scoping. Scoping means the terms of the reference that has been provided at the very initial stage. On all that ground, we will analyze the impact of the project on the life of the people, life of the fauna and the flora into the area, the region that is under the consideration, as well as the cultural impact. And after that, we will see that whether this impact can be there is the chance of compensation, and the same type of the land can be developed and evolved into the such cultural and the diverse biological diverse area. So all this will be happen into the scoping. Then the public consultation will be there. You should also know in this stage, the report will be prepared by the third party, and the third party will be paid by those who are going for the development of the project, and that's why there is the chances of the corruption and the collusion between those who are preparing the report and the company who is going to develop the report. Then the public consultation and the public hearing will be there. The people will gather, the district or the village around that the project is going on, and they will discuss that yes, it is beneficial for them, how much negative impact is going to be happen, and what are the compensation they are going to receive. And after that, we will bring the appraisal. In all these stages, we will see that how all these stages going to protect the environment and the sustainability into all the process. Further, in the last, we will bring the contribution to the environmental protection and the public participation. You have to bring all these 2 points, that EIA process identify the potential environmental risk and proposes the alternative, as well as talk about the thorough public consultation into the promoting the transparency, accountability, and the social justice. So all these areas you have to discuss, and in the last you have to conclude. So this is all about this question, and you have to bring all this part. So please be consistent in the writing the mains answer on a daily basis. Let's solve the question for the prelims as well from the topic that we have covered yesterday. The first question, magnetic resonance imaging and computed tomography, CT scan. So here Both used for the medical imaging, but which of the following statement differentiate them most accurately? MRI uses X-ray to create detailed images, while the CT uses the radio waves. It is true. MRI is faster and painless, while the CT scan are the slower and may cause the discomfort. Okay, so this is not correct. MRI provides a superior soft tissue image compared to the CT scan. Superior soft tissue. Okay, so that is correct. The CT scan are safer for the patient and the claustrophobia compared to the MRI. CT scan are the safer for the patient and the claustrophobia compared to the MRI. So here it is talking about the which of the following statement differentiate them most accurately. This is not correct. In MRI, we use the radio wave, and in the CT scan, we use the X-ray. So this is not correct. MRI faster and painless, while the CT scan slower and may cause the claustrophobia. So discomfort due to the claustrophobia. This is correct. MRI provides the superior soft tissue, that is correct image compared to the CT soft tissue. So here this is correct. Here it is correct, but here there is the time, the faster and slower. This depend upon the what type of the scanning we are doing. So if you will compare from these two, you will find that this is not correct. CT scan are safer for the patient. CT scan, while the claustrophobia compared to the MRI. So this is the reverse. So C will be the correct answer. Now we will discuss the 5 questions from the topic that we have covered from the yesterday's session. So that we can have the recall and we can revise the session. The first question that you have to solve is the magnetic resonance imaging and the computed tomography, CT scan, are both used for the medical imaging. But which of the following statement differentiate them most accurately? The first, MRI uses X-ray to create detailed image. So here MRI uses the radio wave, not the X-ray. X-ray is used by the CT scan. So this is incorrect. MRI is faster and painless, while the CT scan are the slower and may cause discomfort. Here you will see that this depend upon the faster and the slower, mainly on the part we are going to scan or the imaging you are going to do. So this is also not that much accurate. MRI provides superior soft tissue images. Soft tissue, yes, MRI for the soft tissues, and CT scan for the hard tissue such as the bones. That is the calculation. Okay. The last question, that is D. CT scan are the faster for patient with the claustrophobia compared to the MRI. This is the just reverse here. So C will be the correct answer. Here it is for the softer tissue and that is will be the harder tissue. This is the most clearly that is the differentiation between the two. Question number 2. Pregnant women are generally advised to avoid MRI scan unless absolutely necessary. Why is this? This is because there is the chances of the impact on the fetus due to the very high amount of the magnetic field. So strong magnetic field can harm the developing fetus. So this is the correct, A will be the correct answer. Contrast dyes used in some MRI can harmful to the fetus. So here again, it penetrates the placenta and that's why it can harm the fetus. Again, this is also correct. So C will be the correct answer. Next question. The Environment Impact Assessment notification in India is issued under which Act? The Wildlife Protection Act 1972, the Forest Conservation Act 1980, the Environment Protection Act 1986, the Water Prevention and the Control Pollution Act 1974. So here you will know that the Environmental Impact Assessment Act provide a clear provision for the environmental impact assessment, and it was brought into the full enforcement into the 1990s, 1995. Madharis are community known for their settled agriculture practice, urban occupation, transhuman pastoralism, industrial work. So here we saw that they are known for the transhuman pastoralism. So C is the correct answer. Maldhari, they are mostly into the western India. Next question, magnetic resonance imaging primarily use which of the following to produce detailed image of the body? X-ray, radio wave, and a strong magnetic field. ultrasound, radioactive traces. So here you will find that it is for the radio wave and the strong magnetic field that is being used. Already we have covered this. So this is all about from the 2 days. It is from the storage analysis, the topic that we have covered, MRI, CT scan, and also the Maldharis. And when we were discussing the impact on the environment, we also saw the Maldharis community, they are the tribal community, and how they are going to impact it. So this is all about from the new question that we have covered from the storage topic. So let's start from the front page from the today's news. So the first page, this is the first news, that is with respect to the third phase of the election. The turnout is now for the third phase, it is the 64%. So now there has been the improvement into the turnout. In the first and second phase, it was near about 62%. 62% in the first phase, second phase 61%. So you will see that the 64% is much better. So however, it is still a bit lower than the last year. Last year it was, I think, near about more than 64%, 65% or something like that. So still we are lacking a bit. Where is given that data? For the last year it was, yes, beside that we have also seen that there has been the violence in the some of the area where West Bengal and the Maharashtra. However, this overall electoral phase, election process has been remained peaceful, and we have seen that in the many of the polling stations, the people were queuing after the 6 p.m. The 6 p.m. that is considered at the concluding time. So the 48 hours of the silence period is decided on the 6 p.m. So please be very, very careful. The turnout from the different region has been already given. Who are the important leader? Our Prime Minister and the President of the Congress both have appeared into the, they have casted their vote into this phase. Okay. Next important news, again this is political, the change into the power game into the Haryana that is going on. 3 of the independent MLAs, they have shifted their side from the BJP to the opposition, Congress-led coalition. So there is the chances that there could be the fall of the government into the Haryana, and let's see that what is going on. Beside that, one more news that Supreme Court has given relief to the West Bengal, where there has been the cancellation of those recruit for the teachers and the teaching staff into the state. 24,000 people were on their job was on the risky side. Now they have given Supreme Court has given some relief. One more news from the front page is the militant Basit Dar has been killed into the Jammu and Kashmir, so there is no that much relevant. Here, the Israeli attack on the Rafah has intensified. So this is the sad news. Yesterday we saw that there was some agreement on the ceasefire. Hamas was agreed, and it was under the Qatari and Egypt-led peace process. However, due to the attack, we have seen that there is the less chances. Besides that, we have seen that the Supreme Court had deferred its order on the Kejriwal bail. Now, tomorrow, 9th of the May, they will decide. So this is all. This all is from the front page. Next important news that we are going to cover is from the editorial, and the news is a dignified, peaceful passing is everyone's right. So here, it is talking about the dignified, peaceful passing. Means when you die, it should be the peaceful and it should be the dignified. It should not be like you are suffering from so many pain and you are dying. So this will be not considered at the signified and the dignified peaceful passing. Here it is talking about the everyone's right. So here it is talking about the right. So the question has always been that the right to life that comes under Article 21 also include the right to die as well. There has been so many debate. There is no law for that. Already Article 21 talks about the right to life. But here it is not talking about the right to die. So here the right to die, there are so many law into the Indian Penal Code. Our Indian Penal Code, for example, suicide is a crime. You cannot commit the suicide. If you will commit the suicide, there is punishment for the jail term. Near about, I think, 2 years of the imprisonment is there for the, if there is the any of the commitment of the suicide. If you are not able to die, if the police come and arrest, there will be the case. Here, it is talking about the when you fell ill, when there is the disease you are suffering from and the doctors are not able to save you, what should be the condition? This analysis talk about the two of the cases. One is the Ronald Reagan, the president of the US, and the second is the Indian Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Both died, but there is the differences. Ronald Reagan was also facing some of the disease, dementia. He was facing for the last 7 years of his life. He was 9 years of his life. He was facing the dementia. He was not able to recall the thing. Ronald Reagan is considered as one of the most famous president of the US because he was dominating during the Cold War. And the same time, Atal Bihari Vajpayee is also considered one of the most important Prime Minister of the India, but his last days was not good. Even he was suffering from so many ailments. Last 35 days he remained on the ICU, and there was so much suffering. The thing is that the person when fell ill, when he was not able to say the thing by his own words, others take the decision. So there is a law, there is a provision that whenever I am normal, like what I am now, I can write that when I will feel ill or something I will suffer, when I will not able to speak at that particular time, I don't want to go for the ICU, I don't want to live a artificial life. On the ICU, you do not speak, you are not able to walk, you just have to remain there on your wheelchair or the bed, ICU bed, or the whatever provision is there, whatever the support system is there. In that case, the Ronald Reagan, he chose to stay at home, not at the hospital, and he died at the home. But the Atal Bihari Vajpayee continuously into the hospital for the many years, and he died into the hospital. Okay, so here, whenever you are dying at your home, you talk to your family, so peace is there. At least whatever you suffer, you have a sense of the peace that yes, despite I am dying, but my people are there. But when you are in the hospital, there is no one, the doctors are there, and you are not able to talk. So the debate here is going on, which option we should opt, whether at home and with your surrounding by the loved ones, or at the hospital into the ICU and just tube and machine around you. The debate is not new. The debate is going on for the many years, and there has been so many cases. For example, there is the Aruna Sonbok case into the 2011, and also the Gyan Kaur case into the 1996. So there is the two famous cases that are here, and always the debate even into the Supreme Court is that what should be allowed. Okay, so Aruna Sonbok case 2011 and Gyan Kaur case here it is into the 1996. The debate was that the person who was into the hospital should allowed for the death or not. Okay, so under Aruna Sonbok case, the Supreme Court said that yes, if you are suffering from some ailment and there is no chance for the survival, you should be withdrawal with the support system. You should send to your house, you can be at your people, and you can die peacefully with the loved one surrounding you. However, there is the issue in India. The living will. What is the living will? I was talking about whenever you are normal, like I am normal now, I can write everything that what are the decisions, what should happen with me when I am not able to speak. So I can write that when I am not able to speak and I am not living a normal life, when there is no chance for the survival, there is no cure for a disease that I am suffering, I should be left with my loved ones so that I can talk to them, or I will surrounded by my people and I will die. Artificially, if you will increase the life, for example, today I am about to die, and if the support system is there and 1 month is increased for my survival, despite I am not able to speak. So this type of the death is not considered as a dignified death. So in that case, the Supreme Court is of the view that living will, if available, it will be the directive for the doctors who are curing us, because the doctor even do not try to withdraw the support system, because there is the chances that they will be punished for your death. Okay, so in that case, living will help you into the taking decision when you are not able to speak. Okay, so here it's save the person from the any of the legal procedure. Beside that, the writer is talking about that whenever the person, normally what is happening, the person, people do not know about the such type of the decision from the Supreme Court. Even the people do not know what is meant by the living will. 99.99% in India don't know what is the living will and they do not practice. And this is very recent thing that there is no law. And that's why the writer is talking about the what the government should do. Government should make aware, educate the people with respect to the living will. And this is this discussion is being done into the World Health Day that was on the 6th of the May. On that day, the theme of the World Health Day was the My Health, My Right. Here it is talking about the in my right, it is talking about the right to die as well, and that's why the discussion is going on. And even in the judiciary there was the split on this. There is the chances of the misuse. If there will be the active euthanasia or the passive euthanasia. Active euthanasia means you are administered with the some of the medicine for your death. You are suffering from some ailment, you are not dying. Even withdrawing the support system, you are not dying. In that case, what will happen? Some medicine will given you to kill you. This is the direct euthanasia. Passive euthanasia means they are not giving you any of the medicine for your death to kill you. Simply they withdraw the medicine. For example, if I am suffering from some heart attack thing, I am taking some medicine, that's why I am able to survive. Just I will not take the medicine, I will die. So in the passive euthanasia, I will leave the taking the medicine. In the case of the active euthanasia, someone will administer some injection or some medicine to kill me. So this is the difference here, that article want to differentiate. So in India, passive euthanasia is allowed. Legally, if you are suffering from some ailment, the support system will be withdrawn. But there is no law, even if someone administers something to kill you, that will be punished with the law that IPC code. Under that, it is amounting to a type of the killing. Means it is the punishable with the imprisonment of the 7 years, something like that. Okay, so the writer is talking about that even the active euthanasia should be allowed in India, because in the many of the cases, people's withdrawal, the medication system withdrawal, but the people survive for the few days, and that survival days are not good. That is so much painful, and there is so many complication and the suffering, and that's why the writer want to support the active euthanasia as well. However, the judiciary do not allow for that. So this is all about from this news article. Even the Indian Council for the Medical Research that's talk about the mitigate the suffering, cure sometimes, relieve often, and the comfort always. So such type of the thing is there, but there is none of the mentioning of the such thing that talks about the right to die as well, even in their guidelines. So this is all about that is from this news analysis. Next important news that we will take is again from the editorial, and it is talking about the searching for a wave. Here in this election, this editorial talk about in 2014 and 2019 there was a clear-cut wave for the one party, that was the BJP. But in this election there is no clear-cut wave of who is going to win. The BJP do not have that much strong position in this election as compared to the 2019 election, and still we have passed through the 3 of the phases, and in the 3 of the phases the total number of the seats that we have crossed the 383, means half of the mark of the 543, the 272, and now the election for the 283 seats has been already done with the started third phase of the election. Here it is mentioned that however there has been so many intense allegation of each other. For example, here one of the most allegation from the BJP side is that there is a conspiracy from the Congress that is going on to amend the constitution. That's why they will against the BJP, it is that they will destroy the reservation of the SC, ST and OBC. However, the BJP is alleging against the Congress that the Congress want to shift all the reservation of the SC, ST to the Muslim. Besides that, the one other thing that has been influenced this phase of the election is there has been the allegation of the sexual crime against the one of the JDS MP, that was the Prajwal Revanna. He is the grandson of the former Prime Minister H.D. Deve Gowda. So here, the thing is that this Janata Dal Secular is allied with the BJP, and that's why it has made the BJP on the back foot. And this has been the serious allegation, because there has been the thousands of the file of this sexual video has been found, and where the many of the women, they have alleged directly against the MP. So that's why the situation has become a bit negative for the BJP in this third phase of the election. The next news that we are going to cover is the plastic solution. It is with respect to the recent plastic treaty and the debate that is going on. And the main aim of this treaty is that we are going to eliminate the plastic use of the plastic. And in the use of the plastic, not only we are going to eliminate the plastic use, we are also going to eliminate the many of the chemical that is used to make the plastic. So here it is given that what is the position? There is the two separate stand of the world countries. Those who are the developed countries, such as the European Union, they have already the technology. They know that beyond the plastic use, how they can use the other material for the plastic bag and the other thing for the carton and the carry bag on the cheaper rate. However, the countries who are developing countries like the India and those countries who produce the oil, they are of the view that they are going to set back for them. For example, here it is given that the oil producing companies and the refining countries. Refining countries like the India, we are not oil producing countries, but however, we are the refining countries. But oil producing countries such as the Saudi Arabia and Gulf countries such as the Qatar, they are against the complete ban of the plastic, because the plastic is produced by the oil, and India is the refining country. We make the polythene and we export to the many countries. Besides that, this plastic bags are the cheap mean. If you will go for the alternative, they are very costly, and we do not have the technology for that. The most of the technology is with the European countries and the developed countries. So developed countries, they are ready to aiming for the elimination of the plastic by the 2040. However, the India is not talking about the complete ban. India is not comfortable with the complete ban and the binding targets. India wants to be a differentiated goals and the aim. For example, we already have a type of the principle common but differentiated responsibilities. Here, it means that there will be the responsibility of the reduction and elimination of the plastic, but it will be different for the different countries. The first goal, the earlier goals should be given to the developed countries such as the European Union, Japan, or the developed country. Maybe they have a lot of technology. But the developing countries like the India, we should have some concession. If the target is given to the 2040 for the developed world, for the developing world, it should be the 20 years after. Maybe it could be the 2060 or the 2075. And at the same time, India is also demanding that developed countries should transfer the technology, as well as they should provide the subsidies and money to the developing countries, and only then we can able to eliminate, or we can gradually reduce the use of the plastic. India already is doing. If there is a good point that already we have the rules. For example, India in 2021 brought the plastic waste management amendment rules, and this talk about the elimination of the many types of the plastic use. However, there is just so many concessions, so many scope has there to elimination of the further more type of the plastic. For example, India still allow different type of the plastic. For example, we have not banned the plastic bottles. We have not banned those packets that is used for the milk packaging. Here it is given. Milk carton, we have not eliminated, not banned. So despite we have shown that yes, we are working on the plastic waste elimination, however, there are a lot of scope that India can do and work on that, and that's why India wants the time and the technology for this. So here you will see that the countries like the Brazil, China, India, and US, these four countries account for the 60% of the waste plastic. Can you imagine just 4 countries more than the 60%? Out of 193 countries, the 189 countries, they produce waste of the 40 quintal. For example, just take the, if the overall world produce the 100 quintal of the plastic waste, just 4 countries, India, China, US and Brazil, they account for the out of 160 quintal. And the remaining 189 countries, they are responsible for the 40 quintal. So the more responsibility should be on these countries to eliminate. However, India comes in these countries and India don't want to take the stringent action. It wants some concession, and that's why the European countries, they are not ready for that. Besides that, this 60% this 60% quantity that is coming from the one of the NGO, EA or section. So this is not official data, but this is the data from the one of the NGO. So this is all about. So whenever the question comes on the waste management, you can use all these points. For what India have done, here it is given. We have already banned the 19 category of the single-use plastic. However, still we have the chances because we have not banned this plastic bottles and the different type of the other packaging materials such as the milk carton. And beside that, you also talk about the what are the aim that European countries are aiming. Here there is also the debate on the votes and the consensus. And developing countries want the consensus. That yes, in consensus means if there is the 193 countries, all should agree on the some of the decision. But even one country is not agree, that means the veto. Veto means the decision will be discarded. Developing countries want consensus and the developed countries, they want vote. Vote means if the majority of the countries want for this type of the rules, they will be passed. So the developing countries, they want consensus. Consensus is not possible because the many of the countries, for example, as we mentioned that the oil producing countries and the refining countries, they are not in the support of the complete ban on the plastic. So this is all about from this news analysis. Next important news that we are going to cover is the Kotak Mahindra Bank's controversy. Here we saw that the RBI has banned and barred Kotak Mahindra for the many of its functions. For example, it has barred Kotak Mahindra from the issuing any of the new customer on the online and the mobile banking. So they cannot add up new customer. And there is also issuing the fresh credit card. They cannot issue the fresh credit card. Why? If you will give the credit card, people will borrow, people will take the money and they will use and the later they have to pay. So credit card, if you will pay, there is the chances that the borrowing will increase. If the borrowing is increased, there is the very less chances that whether the people will pay back. For example, if I take the borrow from you and if there is the no surety that I will pay back, this is the known as the risky type of the loan. Here we have seen that the RBI was consistently asking the Kotak Mahindra to be compliant on the different rule. The rules such as the banks have to provide its loan, what type of the loan they have given, what type of the return they are getting. And if they are not giving the report to the RBI, RBI cannot assess what is the health of the bank. If the bank is not giving the responsible type of the loans, so there is the chances that the financial system will become unstable. There is the chances that the people will take a lot of money, they will not give back. In that case, the bank will not able to function and the whole economic system will not able to function because the banks are the link between the people, investment and those who take the loans. I mean those investors, those who save, those who the common man who deposits the money. So lot of this is the central point. So banking system need to be healthy for the healthy economic system. In that case, this Kotak Mahindra Bank that has been consistently not following the compliance rule. Even the RBI has a rule that RBI whenever find that some banks are not doing well, it's give the prompt corrective action plan. It gives the plan to the banks that you have to do this thing. Means you don't have to loan this, you have to keep this amount of the money with you so that you can give your customer whenever they come for the withdrawal of the money. So such type of the prompt corrective action was not followed by the bank, and that's why we have seen that such type of the ban has been done or the functional barring has been done. What was the impact? We saw that there has been the reduction, has been the decrease in its legitimacy, and that's why there has been the decrease in its stock market price. And we have seen that the fall in this market price and the reputation of the Kotak Mahindra. So this is all about from this news analysis. The next news that we are going to cover is how is the UK deporting migrants to the Rwanda? So this is a very unique thing. One country, for example, if there is the post colony and a few of the poor people enter into the post colony, what they are doing? They are just catching, arresting those 10 poor people and asking that let's go into I will send you to a slum nearby. You cannot live in our post area. So same thing is happening in the UK. UK is a developed country. People want to live in UK. People go and they are entering into the UK. What UK is doing? UK is sending them to the Rwanda. Rwanda is African countries. He want money. If you are going to pay the Rwanda, Rwanda is ready to accept the migrants. But however, there is the accusation that the Rwanda is not a type of the democratic state or a healthy state with the respect to the human right functions. Here, the Rwanda has been accused for so many human right violations. For example, we have find that it stifles the dissent. People cannot speak what they want to speak. There is also the tight control on the media. Media cannot report the truth. And the opposition have become very weak. Opposition are not allowed to function. Many of the opposition leaders, they have been arrested and they are in the jail just on the false allegation as per the different report. Besides that, we have also seen that many of the rebel groups, one of the rebel group into the Congo, Democratic Republic Congo, has been support from the Rwanda. So that's why all this is into the news debate and the debate into the public area. And Human Rights Commission is also against that. It is not supporting, and it is on the basis of the humanitarian ground. This is opposing this stand. Okay, so this is all about from this news analysis. The practice question for the mains from the today's topic, that is from the right to die. So here, this is the question you have to write. Discuss the ethical and the legal implication of right to life in relation to the right to take one's own life. Analyze the argument for and against the recognition of right to die with the dignity. So here you will start with the ethical and legal implications of right to life in relation to right to take one's own life. So here you have to discuss the right to die and the ethical and the legal implication. In that you have to bring the different type of the different case verdict. The Supreme Court verdicts like the Gyan Kaur case of the 1996, Aruna Sonbok case of the 2011, and you have to also bring the argument into the for and against. So please write the answer. We will discuss this answer approach and answer for this question tomorrow. Here we have covered most of the relevant news from the today's news paper, and we have analyzed all of them in a detailed manner. So here we will conclude our session for the news analysis. We have already provided you the main question so that you can write. We will provide the analysis for this question tomorrow, the same way we provided the analysis of the stored question at the very beginning of this session. So thank you for joining the session. All the best. Jai Hind.